Welcome to today's vlog. Today I have a chill day at home and I have a lot of chores to get done. So we're gonna see how many books I can read and get chores done at the same time. I started these books, but like I'm not reading like a whole book in a day, just to be clear. I do have three, hold on, wow, okay. I have 3 books that are on the queue for me to read today. So the first one I have on audiobook, which is First Lie Wins. I have 2 hours and 7 minutes left, and I listened to it at 2 times speed. So maybe an hour, possibly, we'll see. And then I basically plan on listening to audiobook while I do like laundry and dishes and stuff. And then I started Good Girl, Bad Blood. I'm on page 119 out of 400 pages. We'll see if I can get through that today. Or I have about 3 hours left of Tress of the Emerald Sea on my Kindle. I really want to get it done. I hate DNFing books. It's so annoying, but we're gonna see if we can get through it. And come with me to see how many books I can read in a day. Oh my gosh, it's not playing. Please hold. One moment. Okay, so I just finished First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston on audiobook, and I don't even know my thoughts so far. I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna rate it, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it on audiobook. I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if I was reading the book instead. I think it would have been a little too slow, but for some reason the audiobook felt like it was a perfectly paced book. I was really interested in the main character. I really liked her, and I thought it was a great read. So now I'm gonna go sit on my couch, and it's raining outside. It's like a perfect reading day for me to do this. Oh my gosh, I love. So I'm gonna sit on the couch and probably read. I'm gonna try to read Tress of the Emerald Sea and see if we can get through that. If not, I'll let you know, and we're gonna probably pick up with The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but Good Girl, Bad Blood. Okay, so I just read for like maybe a total of like 45 minutes, and I am struggling to stay awake, and it's only 3 p.m. And so I'm gonna make a cup of coffee and we're gonna maybe take a nap. I'm not gonna take a nap. I'm gonna try to not fall asleep while I'm reading Tress of the Emerald Sea. So we're making a coffee. I got my coffee and I got my Kindle. We're gonna keep on reading and see how that goes. Just pray that I don't fall asleep. Pray that I just don't absolutely conk out while I'm reading this book. I think I hate it, honestly. I really don't know. I can't even give this book, there's no way that this is gonna be more than 3 stars. This is 3 stars and below. And I can't tell you how sad I am about that. I wanted it to be so good. I love Brandon Sanderson. I love his books. I read Mistborn like this. I was like, I'm part of the Mistborn church, the Mistborn like evangelism club. That's me. But for some reason, this one is just not cutting it. It ain't cutting it. I have 2 hours left of this book, and then I will be done. So wish me luck. And look, for those of you who are like, well, Rebecca, you're falling asleep because you're on your couch and you're all comfy. Where else am I supposed to read? Upright in a chair? What am I? Psychopath? No, it's just not me. It's not who I am. I do have to say, there are a handful of characters that I absolutely love in this book, and one of them is Hank. As of right now, these are the characters that I love. Hank and Hoid. I think Hoid is hilarious, like the funniest narrator. I like his jokes. I think they're so funny. And Hank is just cute. That's all. Okay, so it's a couple of hours later and I have now finished Tress of the Emerald Sea. And this book is hot garbage. Like, I did not enjoy my reading experience with this book. And like I said before, I love Brandon Sanderson, but I just, maybe it was the world that I just didn't enjoy. They're basically on a ship for the entirety of the novel and nothing happens. I mean, obviously things are happening, but like it's so boring and it's not a good time. But I did enjoy some of the characters a lot. I thought the writing was super cute at times. I have a lot of things highlighted that I was like, oh, that's so cute. Like I really highlighted a lot in this book, which is not something that I do often. But for some reason, I did not enjoy this book. Let me see if I could find some of the quotes. Like, the wit and the humor of this book was unmatched. I really enjoyed that. That was fun and cute and whatever. Like, for example, one of the quotes is, she was like the first draft of a human being before softening effects like humor and mercy had been added. And here's another one. That man is a few eggs short of a dozen and he doesn't realize the other 10 he collected are actually rocks. I once spent 10 years on a planet where the only sapient life was a group of pancake-like beings that express themselves through flatulence. And I kid you not, one was named Doug. And you'll get that if you read the book. You'll understand. It's just funny ways to say things that I really thought were absolutely hysterical. And that was more towards the beginning of the book rather than the end of the book, because I think towards the end of the book, I was just skimming. I really was. I took a nap today while I was reading. I like actually fell asleep reading the book. So there's that. I am going to spend the rest of the night reading Good Girl, Bad Blood, and I will catch up with you tomorrow and talk about my ratings for these books and if I would recommend them or not. Hello. Okay, so it is the next day. We got through a lot of book material yesterday, so I wanted to talk to you about my thoughts for these books and how far I got with each of them. So for the first one, I listened on audiobook to First Lie Wins. I really enjoyed that book. I don't think I would have, like I said before, I don't think I would have liked it if it was, like if I was reading the book, I think I would have given it like 3 stars maybe, but the audiobook was so fun and like I was listening to it the entire time. I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So I loved First Lie Wins. I thought it was such a fun read and such an interesting read. It's basically about this girl who is kind of like an undercover, almost like I guess for lack of a better word, I would say spy, where she kind of like infiltrates other people's lives and she gets assignments from this boss that she doesn't really know who they are. And there's a whole lot of backstory behind that, but that's the general gist of the book, and you watch her go to these different assignments, and it was interesting. It kept me on my toes. I feel like the pacing was great. So my rating for First Lie Wins is like 4 stars. I really liked it. Good book. So then I read Tress of the Emerald Sea, and wow, I started that book, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 ago, and I really just wanted to finish it. And so that was what I just wanted to do yesterday. I had like 3 or 2 hours left of it, and I was like, let me just read this book. And it was so slow and annoying, and I didn't love any of the characters besides like Hank and Hoid. They were fun and interesting, and I thought the quotes were really good. Like the writing was really witty and some of it was actually funny. Like the book made me laugh, but overall I did not enjoy my reading experience with the book. I just didn't like the setting or the world, and it just didn't hit. And I'm so sad because I love Brandon Sanderson books. So I think I gave it a 3 stars yesterday, but I almost want to give it like 2.5 stars for Brandon Sanderson. So sad. And then I got to reading Good Girl Bad Blood, and I think, hold please. So I read 32 pages of Good Girl Bad Blood. I really like that series. It's really good, and you will see my full review in another video coming soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Okay, love you, bye.